Hey lovelies, you're welcome back to Reviews and Recaps. Today we're going to be talking about Martel exposing Marsau and Tisha. We have a lot to talk about. I have some strong opinions on this, so we're going to break it down in a second. But just before that, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already and tap that bell button right next to it so you know every single time that I post. And don't forget to like, share, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. Now let's get into today's video. On dropped a trailer of the new season. Now, we've been complaining about how dry this new season has been, and I guess OWN are like, don't worry, we got something for you. So they decided to drop the video. Now, a lot happened in that video, but I want to sort of focus on Marsau, Tisha, and Martel. So first of all, they were wearing these weird outfits. It looks like some sort of like event, maybe like a sports event or something. Sports day or something like that. And it looked like Marsau and Martel got into a heated argument. So this was after, do you guys remember that interview Marsau did a while back where he called out Martel's behavior in relation to the revenge piece situation? I knew there was going to be some fallout after that. It literally went back and forth. Marsau said he has zero respect for Martel. And then Martel called him out and said they've been messing with the same bees. Now, that is to insinuate that Martel and Marsau have been sleeping with the same women. Maurice is always the one acting like a peacemaker. He had his arms around Martel, trying to calm him down. And I'm just like, no, let him speak. Why is it that every time Martel is going off or something is about to expose you, Maurice goes over there starting to like almost pat Martel down on the back, being like, calm down. No, let him speak up. If you're going to speak, let him speak. Don't jump in to try to protect yourself and Marsau allegedly. I don't get the impression Maurice is doing it to protect his brother Marsau. I think he's doing it in order to also protect himself. I probably think Kimmy has probably warned his ass like, you better not let there be any proof of anything you have done because I am going to leave you. And I think that's why he is always trying to be the peacemaker. I'm just like, there's no need for peace now. Martel has chosen violence. Let him choose violence. This is the part that gets me every time. Marsau makes comments that makes it seem like he's been cheating, but yet people still go all up in comments saying there's no proof, Marsau ain't never cheated. Why would someone say we never used to mess with girls together? Like, why would anybody say that? If someone said that I cheated on my man, right? I would be like, what? Heck no. I ain't never cheated on my man, right? But if I know I have cheated, then of course I'll be like, well, you didn't see me cheat on my man, or how do you know I cheated? It would be phrased differently. Because I just think like, what married man would say we didn't mess with girls together? So did you mess with girls separately? In the same area, but not in the same room? Is that it? Because why not just say, have you ever seen me with a woman that is not my wife? I have never been with anyone other than my wife. If you're struggling to say that out of your mouth, then you have cheated. What would it cost you to open your mouth and say it? Let's not forget the previous seasons where Tisha will be asking him a direct question and he will never answer with a direct answer. What I always say to people is, if you have to ask certain questions to people and then instead of giving you a direct answer, they are not responding directly, they are going round and round and round in circles or trying to avoid the question, then that's your answer. They just don't want to outrightly come out and say, this is what has happened. That is your answer. That is enough proof that they are hiding something. And at this point, I think Tisha does not care. And if that's the case, then don't act like you care. Because even in this trailer, she was basically saying like, where's the proof, wanting to see pictures. I'm like, woman, didn't you see DMs of Marsau with another woman on Instagram? and that did not bother you, you still stayed. What more what proof do you need, ma'am? Is it until Martel comes out with a tape of Marsau with another woman before you accept it? At this point, I feel like it's an arrangement. I feel like they've both decided they're never going to get a divorce. They probably see how Martel and Melody's divorce went, and they're just like, okay, for the sake of our family and our children, we're never going to go down that route. So let's just keep everything in-house. Even if you're not happy, go out there and look for your happiness, as long as it doesn't publicly come to bite me in the A. And the other party is like, okay, make sure you clean up after, make sure there are no receipts. Because at this point, it's an arrangement. And ain't nothing wrong with an arrangement if that is what you want to sign up for in your life. The problem is, stop gaslighting the audience to make it seem like you're not with it when you are really with it. I remember when people would get in the comments, be like, oh, Tisha, I feel so bad for Tisha. I feel so this for Tisha. Tisha does not feel bad for herself. Tisha does not mind. Because let's be honest, if she really wanted proof, she would find proof. I feel like if she hired a private detective to go out snooping around and follow Marsau, I personally think, this is my opinion, she will find what she's looking for. But I do not think she's looking. I think she knows what it is, and they have an arrangement. But don't come and gaslight the rest of us to be out here defending you, being like, oh, Tisha is this, oh, Tisha must hate that Marsau is... Nah, Tisha is with the shenanigans. And I think now everyone just needs to leave them and their marriage. Let her be happy in her marriage. If she wants to be happy with the man stepping out and doing whatever, let her be happy with that. If she's happy with Marsau and Martel sharing vomit and spit and all that kind of stuff, then let her be happy with that. That's disgusting, by the way, but yeah. Because I'm just thinking, what does it mean that you guys have been together with the same bees? So you guys are both, is it an orgy? Now, this is the one that gagged me. Let's just say I'm not really bothered too much about Marsau cheating, because I've always thought he had cheated in the past. Because there's no way I haven't cheated and I will not defend myself. The fact that I'm not defending myself makes it feel like I'm like, oh, in case something comes up in the future, I can say I never said I cheated. I didn't cheat. You answered that yourself. I never said that. And I feel like that is what it is. I feel like deep down he knows he's done some things, and he's like, let me just protect myself because I don't want to be seen as a liar. So I'm not about to be like, no, I've never cheated. Also, let's not forget that Wanda said Tisha ain't never going to leave Marsau. So if Tisha ain't never going to leave, we all need to get with the program. She's not going to leave him, and that's that. Now, the part where I gagged is when Martel had the audacity to focus on Tisha and say, she used to F my boy. That is crazy. Like, what? So now Tisha in the streets? Now, do you guys remember there was a live video where Marsau did a while back, right? And he was talking about like, oh, something about if he cheated or something. He was almost alluding to the fact that he cheated and Tisha did a get back. And I'm just thinking, is there truth to this? Did Tisha go out there and say, do you know what, I'm going to get my lick back? And cheated on him with somebody. And this person happens to be Martel's friend. I'm just thinking, if you're going to smash somebody, Tisha, of all the people in Huntsville, are you telling me you couldn't find someone that Martel did not know? Like now, if Martel exposes you and brings out the receipts, then you'll be out here looking like a hoe. Even if Martel doesn't fully expose you, think about who Martel is. Martel would be giving a little bit of information here and there. Every time you annoy him, he will say a little something, say more. Like, can you deal with that? I really hope that's not true, because that would be a mess. Now, am I surprised by all of this? Absolutely not. I'm only surprised by the Tisha situation. I'm not surprised about Marsau and Martel. Now, what I will say is, I feel like this is the show's attempt to try to reel more people in. Because for me, I feel like this whole season we've been talking about how dead it is. In my comment section, there's a consensus that it's ridiculous, it's stupid, it's not really giving what Love and Marriage Huntsville is meant to be about. It's been so boring this season. So I feel like they're using this trailer to try to draw people in, especially with the blackout. Who knows? Maybe Martel, Marsau, and Maurice and all of them are all in it together, and this is all a storyline to try to incite the audience or encourage the audience to watch the show. Do you think it's working? To be honest, I feel like it is, because people are going to be curious to find out what happens with the episodes, to find out whether Marsau finally gets exposed. I know a lot of people have been waiting for Marsau to finally get exposed. So people are like, bring the receipts. Now, I don't want another storyline where Martel does not bring the receipts. If he's going to bring this up, he needs to prove it at this point, because enough is enough. You can't be saying ish on the season. You've said it on so many seasons thus far. When have you ever proven it? Not once. So I need to see the proof. Until you bring the proof, there is really nothing you can do, and we don't want to hear it. Because I'm just like, I don't want another season that is a replica of previous seasons, where it's just back and forth and back and forth. I want to see the receipts. If you're not bringing the receipts, then scrap it as a storyline. Also, I'm not that convinced about the trailer, because I feel like OWN tend to do trailers, and then when the new season comes in, they edit certain things out sometimes. So I personally, I'm not really falling for it, but I do think that it's potentially going to be more interesting than this season has been. To be honest, I don't think anything can be worse than what we've had this season. Well, in light of this trailer, when the show comes back, will you be watching? Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, hit that subscribe button, and tap that bell button right next to it so you know every single time that I post. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.